What it do, YouTube? It's your boy JAY, the number 5, Ivy. Put double S's on that John. You feel me? If you don't, you don't. If you want to, you with it. Now that's facts. Welcome back to another story time. I'm trying to double upload today, so if y'all see 2 videos for your boy, shouts out to me. I'm working hard. I'm putting out content. I'm doing everything I can to entertain y'all boys and girls. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all liking, subscribing, and commenting. I appreciate y'all. Can y'all do it some more? Show some more love. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, if you mess with the video, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. That's all I got to say. Let's get straight to the video. Yo, but this is another story time. This is a part 2 for yesterday's video. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, go watch the video. What are you doing? Go watch the video. You can't skip part 1 and come to part 2. Nah, that's not how it's going to work on this channel. Y'all going to watch part 1 and part 2. But I appreciate all that love. Let's get to the story time. So like I said, this part 2 of yesterday's video, well, the other day video. And it's my first time ever being in a club. And if you watch part 1, I'm going to just sum it up a little bit. The people that didn't watch it. Basically, we got into a big scruffle with these 2 dudes. And they end up trying to fight us at the end of the video. And that's where we at now. So, blow up into smithereens. We hear gunshots, right? We hear gunshots at the club when we running. But my boy got hit, and he not hit as in shot, but hit with a punch. His Fortnite gun fell on the ground, and it went off. So then, those 2 dudes shoot something in the air and start chasing us. So they shot 2 in the air after my boy dropped his gun from Fortnite. And they start chasing us. We like, oh my gosh. So we running back to the car, and mind you, we had some nice ladies in the car. They was trying to, for some reason, fix the tires or do whatever. If I was them, I would have left. But they was trying to fix the tires. It didn't work, but we told them to get in the freaking car. Because we was going to run. We was going to go on a flat tire. It don't matter. And we was going to keep cranking that hoe until it start going. So we running. We get into the car. The girls get into the car with us. And we chilling. The shorties get in the back. Me and my man's get in the front. And he tried to drive off. It took like 2 minutes to start the car. They banging on the window. And then one dude got out his Fortnite gun. He tried to hit it with the car. So for some odd reason, it's like God helped us. As soon as that happened, zoom. Now we couldn't go as fast. And they car, I don't know how far it was, but we went off with our little flat tire. And we was zooming. Mind you, my boy just picked up his little Glocky, so he put it in his pocket. You feel me? So we start zooming, and we said we finna go back to my crib. We gonna go back to my crib. So we hunt, and the shorties in the back, they laughing and giggling, bro, like everything funny. So me and him over here, like, what's funny? I'm like, yo, Jay, we gotta get them out. We gotta get them out the car, bro. Like, they gotta go. Like, it's not even funny. It's no point in bringing them back to the crib or nothing. It's not worth it. Mind you, remember I told him this. I told him it ain't worth it. Kick the shorties out. I told him that. Remember this for later on in the story. So we driving, we listening to music, we jamming now. We basically done put it behind us, right? And shorties in the back, turn it up. Y'all know how they be, how we be having parties. So I'm like, yo, you gonna drop me off first? I need to go, So I'm finna go. You don't never trust a shorty, so I'm finna go. But at the same time, we still got these shorties in his car, not even my car. If it was my car, they wouldn't be there in the first place. They'd be getting a Ubi, and they won't get none of the information. Just is out their house, and they come into my crib. Simple. Now, my thought process behind all of this basically was, I want to go home, but I don't want them to know where I live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and party with my boy Jay. So we went back, party, dance. We start going crazy, doing whatever, We having fun. And we with my boy and his brother. I'm not really doing nothing. I'm not really part of none of that. I don't want to get in none of that because I don't trust the shorties. So I'm waiting. I'm like, I'm finna get a Ubi, right? And I'm like, it's too much going on, man. So I got my Uber came 30 minutes after I came to his crib. I say peace. I say peace out. So I go back to my crib, put my night clothes on to get a sip of water. You know what I'm saying? Pray to God before I go to bed and all that other extraness. And I end up closing my eyes, right? Tell me why 30 minutes to an hour later, this boy called me.
Come on now, dog.
You're not going to guess
Come
what it was
on,
about.
man.
What y'all think it was about, Fies? What y'all think it was about? Man, he got robbed. He got robbed. They caught a lick on that bike. They caught a lick on that bike. How they catch a lick on you, my boy? So he called me, hustling, puffing. They took mad of his jewelry. They took everything he had. I'm like, bro, if you didn't bring him back to the crib, none of this would have happened. I'm saying, like, bro, you could have got some action in the clubbies. You came back home just to party some Maury. You messing with these shorties, you going to end up on Maury, my boy. You are not the father. You over here helping her all these 9 months, boy. You are not the father, my boy. So I'm like, oh my goodness, there's no way my boy got robbed. So I'm like, I got to get Ubi's back to his crib. So I'm like, you paying for it this time? He said, bet. So they didn't take his phone or nothing, but they took all his brother's stuff. They took all his stuff. They took a bunch of stuff. And this is my man's house. He got his own crib, right? So they took everything that was important. They took about $3,000 to $6,000 worth of stuff, right? And they should have took his phone. I ain't gonna lie. He would never been able to call me. I would have never knew. I would have been sleeping. I still would have hit the lick for him. But I come back. I got the Ubis instead of him picking me up. So he didn't want to pick me up and go back because he wanted to plan at his house. So he got me a Uber. So he said that he had a air tag in one of his stuff that they stole, right? That little Apple tag thing. I don't really know that much about it, but I know it can track stuff, especially if the other people got an iPhone. Now, mind you, when he first told me and broke this stuff down, I didn't know what it was. I was just like, okay, you got an AirTag? Good for you. Like, what do you want, a cookie? Bro, you still got your stuff stolen? He was like, no, we can track them down. I know exactly where they at. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm like, how are we going to do this without getting, 1, in too much trouble, 2, caught, 3, coming out of it alive? He was like, bro, I'm getting my stuff out. One of us gonna end up alive. You know what I mean? I'd take a bullet for you because you coming out and support me. He was capping. He was not gonna take no bullet from me. And neither of us was taking no bullet. Ain't neither of us taking no bullies. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't finna die today. That boy must be out of his mind. Ain't neither of us going out today over some stuff that you got stolen because of your fault. You the bro who said, let's bring the shorties back home. That's what he said. That's what he said. But we made the little plan skis. We wrote it down. Well, we didn't write it down, but we thought it out. And we was like, all right, bet. So we go, and we was going to drive in his bro's car. So we pull up in his bro's car, no lights, no nothing. We see where they at. Guess who they was with? Guess who they was with? They was with the bros who try to beat us up. Them 2 diesel dudes. Turn out they was all in relationships. All the relationships. There was an entanglement. What Jada said to Will, that's an entanglement. I'm like, oh my gosh, skis. So, basically, we're going there. My boy Jay got something that can open up cars real good. And they ain't even bringing in a crib. I don't know if they was working in them together, but the shorties didn't even tell the dudes that they hit the lick. So it was in the car. We went through their car, and we successfully got into the car. Believe it or not, we successfully got in the car, and the only thing that was missing was one of his watches. So we assuming that she gave one of the watches to him. I'm like, Jay, it's not, my boy Jay, it's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. He was like, I'm going to do it for the team. I'm like, you going to do it for the watch, you mean? You ain't doing it for the team. The team telling you not to do it. So he go through the back, and I'm like, oh, my gosh. He go through the back. And somebody ended up seeing him. The alarm start going off. My nigga start booking, running. running. He hop in the whip. We swerved off. They yelling, they cussing. We hear a couple more gunshots. You know what I mean? They mad. So we end up getting the stuff back. We go back to my man's house. I end up spending the night at my man's house. No diddy. We chilled over there. We laughed about it. You know, it was a crazy night. Fun night, but crazy night. Was it worth it? No. Am I going back to the club? No. But I appreciate y'all boys tuning in for this video. It was a crazy video. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never doing something like that again. F them clubs. But I appreciate y'all boys and girls coming in and watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next episode of DBC.
How would you name this tree? What is that even supposed to mean? I mean, the tree looks kind of pregnant, so 5 months, 28 weeks or some shit? I don't know. What do you mean, how would you name this tree, bro? I don't study trees. I mean, not that type of trees.
Companies that came to your